given equation is 2 by 9 and minus 1. Now consider another example. 2x square minus 2 root 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Here a is 2, b is minus 2 root 2 and c is 1. So here the discriminant value is b square minus 4ac equals to minus 2 root 2 whole square, which is 8, minus 4ac is minus 4 into 2, 8. So 8 minus 8, 0. So since the discriminant is 0, here this quadratic equation will have two equal real roots. So the real roots are obtained using the quadratic formula x equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here root d is root 0, which is 0. So the roots are 2 root 2 by 4. After simplification you will get root 2 by 2. And again by simplification you will get 1 by root 2 comma 1 by root 2, or you can write it as root 2 by 2, root 2 by 2. So here since the discriminant is 0, the two roots will be real and equal. Now look at the next example. X square plus 4x plus 5 equal to 0. Here a is 1, b is 4 and c is 5. So b square minus 4ac equals to 4 square 16 minus 4 into 5 20. 16 minus 20 is minus 4, which is less than 0. Since the discriminant is less than 0, the given quadratic equation do not have any real roots. Now we will look at some applications of quadratic equations in our day-to-day life. Sum of the areas of two squares is 468 square meter. If the difference of their perimeters is 24 meters, formulate the quadratic equation to find the sides of the square. Now we will consider the length of the side of the bigger square as x meters, then its perimeter will be 4 into x. Let the length of the side of the smaller square be y meters, then its perimeter is 4y. Now according to the question, the difference between their perimeters is given as 24 meters. So 4x minus 4y equals to 24, which implies that taking 4 as common factor, 4 into x minus y equal to 24. So x minus y equal to 6. So x can be expressed as 6 plus y. Now it is given that sum of the areas of two squares is 468 square meters. So area of a square is side into side. So x into x is x square plus y into y is y square. So sum of their areas is equal to 468. So x square plus y square equal to 468. Now x value is 6 plus y. We have already found in the previous step. So substituting x equal to 6 plus y, we get 6 plus y the whole square plus y square equal to 468. So by expanding using a plus b whole square identity, we get y square plus 36 plus 12y plus y square equal to 468. Now adding like terms, we get 2y square plus 12y plus 36 minus 468 equals to minus 432 equal to 0. Dividing the equation throughout by the common factor 2, we get y square plus 6y minus 216 equal to 0. Now we can apply any of the methods for solving the word problem. Either you can use factorization method or completing square method or quadratic formula method. Here we have chosen factorization method. By splitting the middle term, we get y square plus 18y minus 12y minus 216 equal to 0. So taking common factors, we will get the two linear factors as y plus 18 into y minus 12 equal to 0. So the corresponding roots are minus 18 and 12. But y cannot be minus 18 because y represents the dimensions of a square. So dimensions of a square can't be negative. Therefore, y value should be 12. So therefore, the side of the smaller square is 12 meters and side of the larger square is y plus 6. That is 12 plus 6, which is 18 meters. Now look at the second example. The speed of a boat in still water is 15 km per hour. It can go 30 km upstream and return downstream to the original point in 4 hours 30 minutes. Find the speed of the stream. Now we will assume the speed of the stream as x km per hour. Speed of the boat is already given as 15 km per hour. Now we should understand the meaning of upstream and downstream. If the boat is moving in the opposite direction to that of the stream, then the speed of the boat will get reduced. Then that is known as speed of the boat upstream. It is reduced. So speed of the boat upstream is obtained as speed of the boat minus speed of the stream. That is 15 minus x km per hour. Downstream means if the boat and the stream are moving in the same direction, then the speed of the boat is increased by the speed of the stream. Then speed of the boat downstream is equal to 15 plus x km per hour. Now time taken by the boat to go 30 km upstream is given by time equals to distance by speed. The distance covered is 30 kilometers divided by speed upstream is 15 minus x. Now time taken by the boat to go 30 km downstream is again given by the same formula. Time equal to distance by speed, that is 30 divided by speed downstream is 15 plus x. Now according to the question, the time taken for the boat for going upstream as well as downstream is given as 4.5 hours, which is 9 by 2 hours. So the time taken for upstream plus time taken for downstream equals to 9 by 2 hours. So 30 by 15 minus x plus 30 by 15 plus x equals to 9 by 2. Now taking LCM, we will get 30 into 15 plus x plus 30 into 15 minus x divided by 15 plus x into 15 minus x equals to 9 by 2. Now taking 30 inside the brackets, will get 450 plus 30x plus 450 minus 30x divided by 15 square is 225 minus x square equals to 9 by 2. After simplifying the numerator, we will get 450 plus 450 equals to 900 divided by 225 minus x square equals to 9 by 2. By cross multiplication, we get 9 into 225 minus x square equal to 900 into 2, which is 1800. So 225 minus x square equal to 1800 by 9, which is 200. So x square equal to 225 minus 200, which is 25. So x is plus or minus 5. X is root 25, which is plus or minus 5. The speed of the stream can never be negative, so x cannot be equal to minus 5. Therefore, x value is 5. Therefore, the speed of the stream is 5 km per hour. Now look at the third example. 7 years ago, Varun's age was 5 times the square of Swati's age. 3 years hence, Swati's age will be 2/5 of Varun's age. Find their present age. Now we will assume that the age of Swati 7 years ago as x years. Then Varun's age 7 years ago was 5 times the square of Swati's age. So Varun's age 7 years ago is equal to 5 into x square. Then Swati's present age will be x plus 7 years and Varun's present age will be a 5x square plus 7 years. Now 3 years hence, that is after 3 years, Swati's age will be x plus 7 plus 3, which is equals to x plus 10 years. Varun's age will be 5x square plus 7 plus 3, which is equals to 5x square plus 10 years. It is given that after 3 years, Swati's age will be equal to 2/5 of Varun's age. So Swati's age is x plus 10 equal to 2 by 5 into Varun's age is 5x square plus 10. Now taking 5 as common factor on right hand side, we get 2 by 5 into 5 in the bracket into x square plus 2. So cancelling 5 in the numerator and denominator, we get 2x square plus 4. So x plus 10 equal to 2x square plus 4. After simplifying, we get 2x square minus x minus 6 equal to 0, which is a quadratic equation. So now by factorization method, we get the roots as minus 3 by 2 and 2. By splitting the middle term, we are getting 2x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 6 equal to 0. Taking common factors, we are getting the linear factors as 2x plus 3 and x minus 2. So the roots of the quadratic equation are minus 3 by 2 and 2. X cannot be equal to minus 3 by 2 as x indicates the age of a person. Therefore, x equals to 2. Therefore, Swati's present age is x plus 7 years, which is 2 plus 7 equal to 9 years. Varun's present age is 5x square plus 7, which is 5 into 2 square, that is 2 square is 4, 4 into 5 is 20 plus 7, 27 years. Now consider the next example. Two pipes running together can fill a cistern in 3 1/13 minutes. If one pipe takes 3 minutes more than the other to fill it, find the time in which each pipe would fill the cistern.